Hello, my name's Robin Hills. I'm an emotional intelligence coach, trainer and facilitator. I've got over 35 years business and commercial experience, and I help executives and leaders develop business performance through increased self-awareness and an understanding of others. My company is EI for Change, Emotional Intelligence for Change, a company specializing in training, coaching and personal development focused around emotional intelligence, positive psychology and neuroscience. I'm a member of the Association of Business Psychology and sit on the Northwest Committee in the UK. I'm registered and accredited with the British Psychological Society as a test user, occupational ability and personality, level A and B, and I use a range of internationally recognised profiling tools to assess type, trait, behaviour and emotional intelligence. I currently coach on the Manchester Metropolitan University Apprenticeship MBA programme, and I've been coaching senior leaders in technology, finance, manufacturing and the National Health Service. I'm the author of 2 books in the Authority Guide series. The Authority Guides are pocket-sized books offering highly practical and accessible guidance on business matters of every description. They're aimed at the busy business professional and have been written by people who are working in their field of specialism and are considered to be experts. My 2 books are The Authority Guide to Emotional Resilience in Business, Strategies to Manage Stress and Weather Storms in the Workplace, and The Authority Guide to Behaviour in Business, How to Inspire Others and Build Successful Relationships. I regularly speak at and deliver workshops at international emotional intelligence conferences. These have been held in South Africa, India, Europe, the Middle East and America. My training is international. My online programs on resilience and emotional intelligence are used in educational establishments in South Africa and India, and I'm teaching over 4,000 learners in over 165 countries. The online courses that I deliver are all based around emotional intelligence and resilience, and they look at ways that you can develop your emotional intelligence and resilience in every aspect of your life. Emotional intelligence can be defined as the way in which you combine your thinking with your feelings to make good quality decisions and build authentic relationships. It all sounds simple enough, but developing your emotional intelligence requires commitment from you. You can't develop emotional intelligence just by watching a few videos. You need to make a conscious effort to take action, changing the way that you are interacting with other people and the way that you behave. Am I emotionally intelligent? That's an interesting question, isn't it? If I answer, yes, I am emotionally intelligent, it's rather arrogant and self-centered and suggests that there's no room for improvement. If I answer, no, I'm not emotionally intelligent, why am I delivering online courses on emotional intelligence? The answer is, it depends. It's work in progress. There are certain times when I'll work in a situation using my emotional intelligence well, and I'll be proud of the way that I've used it. And there'll be other times when I work in a situation and I'll completely screw up. The way to develop emotional intelligence is to see how changing your approach to situations works, see what doesn't work, and to get some feedback. Emotional intelligence is coming of age. People are starting to get what it is and know that it's the difference that makes the difference. However, one of the big challenges when working with emotional intelligence is it all seems like common sense. Well, common sense is not all that common. And whilst it seems fairly obvious around what it is that you need to do and what you need to do to develop yourself, it's not very easy to make that commitment and to change. All of this can be quite difficult. Making the change will make you feel uncomfortable. It'll make you feel awkward. More often than not, it'll be easier to stay the way that you are. That is not going to develop your emotional intelligence. The way to develop your emotional intelligence is to see how changing your approach to situations works. See what doesn't work and get some feedback. The key to being successful with emotional intelligence is to put in the level of commitment. It's a long-term project. Like me, look at it as work in progress. You're going to make mistakes. Learn from them, work with them, enjoy your mistakes and see what it is that you can do to change. You're going to have some real success. Work with that success, embrace it and try and replicate it and do it again on other occasions. The advice that I give to anybody wanting to develop their emotional intelligence is just give it a go. What one small change can you make that will make a difference? Focus on it, practice it every day. By just making a small change, you can actually have a big impact on your behaviour, the way in which you interact with other people, and the way in which you work with your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is such a large topic that there are lots of core skills that underpin emotional intelligence. One of the core skills that I would bring to everyone's attention is to focus on self-awareness. This is an awareness of your strengths and your limitations. What skills have you got? What capabilities have you got that work well for you? What are your liabilities? What are your weaknesses? When and where do they get in the way and prevent you from doing the things that you need to do and engaging with people properly? The other skill that I would bring to your attention is an awareness of other people, empathy. How can you focus in on what's important to them? How can you focus in on what they're feeling? How can you focus in on what they're thinking? How can you work with them in a collaborative way to build up a good quality relationship? All of these are covered in my courses on emotional intelligence. I look forward to working with you. I'm here to help, so please feel free to get in touch and ask me any questions around working with your emotional intelligence. That's an emotionally intelligent way of working.